Okay, so here it is, the water cycle. And I know that you've done the water cycle probably many times. Usually when it's time to do the water cycle, everybody kind of rolls their eyes and it's like, not the water cycle again. So I'm going to do it pretty quick. If you need more on it, there's lots of videos that probably do a much better job on this on YouTube. So I'm just going to do a real quick one, just a few minutes long. And again, this should largely be review. So we know that roughly 70% of the world's water is, or 70% of our surface is water. We have a tremendous amount of evaporation taking place. So we have evaporation taking place. Something that most students, or many students, don't remember from 7th grade, at least at this school, is that process where plants give off water vapor into the air. And usually when I say that, people know what I'm talking about but forget the name for it. This is the process of transpiration. And this is where the leaves of trees and plants and grasses give off water vapor into the air. You know, an experiment I've been meaning to do for years and just always forget when the timing is right is apparently you could put a large bag, like a large garbage bag, like a clear one, over a tree branch or over a bush. And by the end of the day, you should be able to collect water in the bag because the leaves of the trees are releasing water vapor through their stomates. Anyway, if any of you ever feel like trying that, that might be something kind of interesting, especially in the springtime when the plants are more active. Anyway, we have transpiration, evaporation, and then we have condensation forming clouds. Cloud formation is the topic of a whole other series of videos. But for now, we'll just say condensation forms clouds. Eventually, the wind blows. Water particles, water droplets get large enough. We have precipitation in the form of snow or rain or freezing rain or sleet. But we have precipitation. And once the water makes its way back down to the land's surface again, well, different things can happen. Trees and plants can absorb the water. We could have runoff. Probably remember runoff, water running over the surface. Some of that water is going to soak down into the ground, and you might not remember the term for that. That's something called infiltration. When an enemy army infiltrates, they invade, the enemy infiltrate. Water is infiltrating into the ground. And then eventually that water will make its way back to the ocean or streams and rivers and lakes. So that's the basics of the water cycle. Just a couple other things about it, and then I promise I'll stop talking about it. The primary source of energy for the water cycle is the sun. Sunlight is really driving our water cycle, causing evaporation. The more light we have, the more warming we have, the more evaporation we have. Sun also is the driving force behind transpiration. Without the warmth from the sun and the sunlight, we wouldn't have photosynthesis. We wouldn't have transpiration taking place. And then, of course, we have precipitation falling from the sky. And precipitation can take one of several forms. We could have precipitation in the form of rain, of course. That's what most people think of. Snow. Sleet. Freezing rain. And we'll talk about the differences of those, or between those in another video. And even hail. Okay, hail would be a form of precipitation too. Okay, so again, pretty short video for this. Just small topic. You've learned it many times.